Hi, Mike and Arlen, our Philippine journey. Thanks so much for dropping by. I want to talk to you about your health care. I want to talk to you about your future, and I want to impress upon you some steps you can take to streamline it. And then I want to educate you as to the reality. You know something? We've been there. We have been there. We've got the receipts. We've got the billing. We've got everything. The procedure, this is not my buddy did this, or I had a friend, or my cousin. Nah, this is us, and we've got the receipts. So let's talk about it for just a minute. Okay. There's a saying. It goes something like this. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. When I became a man, I put away childish things. Well, I'm telling you, you need to put away childish things. You need to step up. You need to become absolutely responsible for your situation. And I have no idea. I have something on my shirt. Well, whatever it is, I don't know. My point with all of this is simple. We're going to show you, and for those of you that did not see my live stream, we're going to show you, we'll put the link to it down below, but we're going to show you what it is to become responsible. Now, you can become responsible in multiple different ways, but some of what information we're going to give you is something you need to really pay attention to. So, let's talk about being a man. Let's talk about being prepared. Now, you could have health insurance that covers you. Vast majority of you do not. A vast majority of you have insufficient coverage. A vast majority of you that have coverage have the wrong coverage. For some of you, your answer is going to be, I'll get on a plane, I'll go back to the U.S. Well, what would happen if you were like me? You could not get on a plane. I would not have survived a 12-hour, 14-hour flight. I wouldn't have survived a 2-hour flight. I didn't pay attention to things. I didn't man up. I thought I was, but I didn't. Here we go with the reality. 4 days, 1 million pesos, roughly, 900 and some odd thousand pesos. How many of you have the financial ability to withstand that type of financial shock to your system? Medicare is not going to help you. VA, extremely limited. Don't believe a lot of this bullshit about this happens and that happens unless you are in a particular, very, very select group under a very, very select diagnosis. Your VA isn't going to do squat anywhere. Okay, fine, Mike. You know what? I got a credit card. It's got a $50,000 limit. I'm in good shape. Some hospitals don't take credit cards. So let's talk about the first thing. You need to be a man. All right? You need, in this particular instance, to start putting away these childish things. Start taking the future, your future, in a serious position. A perfect example of what happens. This diagram that you see was brought to my wife when she was in the waiting room during my cardiac catheterization, where the doctor explained, look, there are 3 blockages here. We're going to go after 3 of them. The first one's right here. The second one's right there. The third one is not as consequential. All right. So blockage number 1 was 95%. And so the blockage was so bad, they didn't realize it was twice as big as they felt. A standard large stent, the largest stent that you can get, all right, for deployment in the cardiac arteries is 24 millimeters. That's it. Unless you have like custom made stuff. And even though stents are custom made, we're talking about something very specialized. So on average, I had to end up getting, after they deployed the first stent, they did angioplasty first, then they deployed the stent, then they realized he's blocked even more than we thought. It goes further. I have 2 of these. I have 42 millimeters of stent. That's like a garden hose inside a hose. Okay. Well, as an adult, there are limitations. I could not get the second stent. The reason behind that was because I had too much contrast material for my kidneys to recover from. It has to be scheduled about 60, 90 days from now. I'll have to be charged all over again. Are you willing to take that financial situation? That I'm going to have to go. My next cardiac cath is probably going to be in the 450,000 peso range, maybe 500. All right? Put away childish things. Be a man. The first thing we would suggest you do. Now, I'm going to show you what I have here. All right? And I don't expect you would do something like this. This is just the latest prescription information that I put together. In yellow, it shows my maintenance medications. In pink, purple, whatever you want to call it, those are transition. All right? They're going to go away. All right? In fact, a couple of them are already gone. But you need a complete list of, and you don't have to do it this nice. I mean, you can have a piece of paper and a pencil, but you need to know what it's going to cost you. You need to know the chemical name, the brand name, all right, and what it's going to cost. My medications, $459.99 a month for maintenance. Now, those transition, that was another $200, $196. My point with that is, those of you that are on limited budgets, how are you going to afford that? Maybe you should write that down. Now, many of you are saying, you know what, I'm healthy, I don't need to worry about it. But you know something? What hit me was totally unexpected. It was totally unexpected. And yet, I dealt with it. My point with this is that while it was there, it wasn't something I expected to happen. Now, we are in a financial position. We don't have or carry health insurance here in the Philippines. Medicare is not going to work. TRICARE is certainly limited. All right. And when I say limited, I mean limited. All right. Now, VA, everything else, special limitations. But with that being said, one of the next videos we're going to be doing is an interview with the hospital on exactly what they will work with you on. All right. So that's important. It's important. And it's important for you to quit listening to people that say, oh, my Medicare is going to do this, or, oh, my this is going to do that. You know something? No. Unless you have a service-related disability, you have to really, really be careful. Okay? And even then, service-related disabilities, 90% of that is taken care of at the clinic, not hospital. There is no VA hospital, short of all the lies you hear out there. There is no VA hospital in the Philippines. It's a clinic. Learn it. Understand it. Be a man. Give up those childish things. Accept reality. Keep a good list of your medications. What's interesting? If you go down the column on the right-hand side, the second drug that's listed there is a diuretic. Okay? Go down again, second from the end. That's another diuretic. Why am I on 2 diuretics? Well, it has a lot to do with the doctors. Now, I want to tell you something. There's certain things you need to recognize. There is good health care available in the Philippines. Mark my words. There really is. But it is limited. And it is far and few between. You think you're going to get good health care in the province? Not a chance. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Okay? I can tell you right now, you guys are going to argue, so it doesn't matter. Oh, I'm in Dumaguete and Suleiman and the hospital. I'm going to tell you something. My interventional cardiologist laughed when I talked to him about Suleiman and having this procedure in Dumaguete. Yeah, he did. I'm not going to tell you why. I'm just going to tell you, something? Highly qualified. My interventional cardiologist, double boarded, certified. All right? Trained at the Philippine, what is it called? Philippine Heart Center, all right? Which is a premier cardiac teaching facility and hospital. The guy is not shabby at all. Now, that being said, maybe your problem isn't going to be cardiac. Maybe it's going to be something else. Who knows? Now, in the next videos, we're going to talk to you about billing. We're going to talk to you about itemization and how much things cost. We're going to cover a lot of different stuff. But right now, in your comments, I want you to tell me, did you have a major health event here in the Philippines? Was it taken care of here in the Philippines? How much did it cost? And at what facility did you have it done? Because we're going to start to talk about the sad reality that, you can have a Ferrari, but if you don't put the right goddamn gas in it, it ain't going anywhere. All right? If you put diesel in a Ferrari, you ain't going anywhere. You can have great health care, but it can be mixed up. Information is a huge issue. And I can't think of a better way than to say you're going to have to watch the next video. I apologize, but that's just the way it is. All right? Tell us, did you have something done? If you had, don't tell me your cousin did. Don't tell me your father did. Don't tell me this. Don't tell me that. You, personally, where did you have it done? And how much did it cost in the Philippines? I don't care if you went back to the U.S. I could give a rat's ass. You want shitty hospitals? Have you ever been to Bumhole, Arkansas? I guarantee you that ain't got a great hospital. What about Left Ball Lick, Texas? You know something? Those of you that think that everything in the U.S. is perfect, you're far from right. That's just the sad thing. It's time to give up your childish ways and address your future as a man. Let us know what you think. Thanks so much. Have a great day.